So how on all of these models, how do you bring in lifestyles and nutrition and some of the other components, uh, which might be difficult to quantify, but do are you guys looking at it, or is it not the part of the study at all?
Saad, I think so. Let me add a bit of biology at this point. So please always consider all lifestyles to be impacting your genome. So they'll leave an imprint on your genome or epigenome. Okay. So what we then do is we look at your whole genome sequence. We look at your histone expressions, that is epigenome, and we look at how those genes are transcribed into RNA. So we are actually looking at all of your history through the genomics, transcriptomics, proteomics, metabolomics, and so on and so forth. So very naive halwa puri or soft drink might actually be regulating a few of your, let's say, diabetes or lipid synthesis related genes, which we can see in the lab. So for a naive listener, you might have heard about HbA1c test. So that's a 3 months history of your sugar uptake.
Sure.
Yeah, so you can imagine an extension of that. So we can look at your genome and try to see what kind of um misnourishment an individual has gone through, and we could see the effect of that on the whole body. So that's pretty doable. This is what genetic and epigenetic is.
Yeah, so this is where my sort of like previous question comes in. So if you can actually look at it on an individual basis and say, okay, stop doing this, stop eating this, stop doing this, and in next 10 years you will be free from this. Is this a possibility?
Gene therapies, okay, so well, it's not it is scientifically this is possible, but in terms of rolling it out in the general population, there is a caveat. And for instance, if somebody has a let's create a new gene called diabetes gene. Okay, so if somebody has a diabetes gene, I can come to your DNA with a scissor. We call it CRISPR. Yeah, CRISPR-Cas system, and we can cut that genome out of your DNA and we can replace it with the healthy sequence of nucleotides. That is the healthy sequence of the gene without the mutation, and you will be fine. Yeah, so this is something that we do in science all the time. Yeah, gene editing is a norm. However, putting it out in the general population, China has given a go ahead on that. You can imagine people vouching for designer babies and other things. So there is a lot of hue and cry from in particular Europe and US, where this is tightly regulated. But it is a scientific reality. In fact, recently the Nobel Prize was given on CRISPR-Cas to two ladies, Dr. Carpenter and what was the name of the other one? Dodna. Yeah, there were two people who co-invented the CRISPR-Cas system, which is useful in gene editing, and it's a hot technology out there.